coming from either one of your PCs, your Macs, or your mobile device, or even your email system. So when you told them this, did they just completely ignore this? The fact that you said you've got all the security, can you prove to me from which device did the attack come from? What did they say?
I sent them a letter that my daughter-in-law drafted for me. She's one of the smartest lawyers in the UK. They ignored everything on that letter and just said, we decline. So they refused to answer anything. By the way, on your protection of 85,000, don't be fooled by that. It doesn't cover fraud. The only thing that 85,000 covered is if that bank goes bankrupt. That's the only thing. Any fraud, anything else is not covered at all. You have zero protection with any bank unless they go bankrupt.
Now that's interesting. I'm going to share that, we do a lot of work in the property sector, and I think it's such a big thing for us, because almost every single case, and this is why I referred you to the guys at IYE, because, they're one of the few companies that I know that are legitimate and will actually do their very best to go after the banks to get your money back. Otherwise, they just simply, rub their hands off and you're done. So who did you move to now, and why did you move to them? To put your money in.
Well, I've moved to Lloyds Bank now.
If you want to disclose, you don't have to. Just in case.
No, I've moved to Lloyds Bank, who I've been with for 30 years. Anything I do, I get a code from them before I do anything. So nothing moves in or out of that bank before I do anything. HSBC have no protections. Money can go in and out. And I kind of don't know if they're admitting fraud. Was it internal fraud? How did people know about all of those other bank accounts within HSBC where my money was moved in and out of? And even funnier than this, I don't even know if I should say this, but when I went into my app, the majority of my money was taken out of my savings account with HSBC with all the transactions. In the latest app, it's come back and all of those have now moved into my checking account. And I'm just thinking, which bank is just allowed to manipulate figures like that and get away with it?
Wow.
Because I have screenshots of the original and the latest. So I've got proof.
Yeah. So Frank, what's your advice to people in general? Or you've already said when it comes to HSBC, you move your money. That's a fact. But what other advice would you give people that's got maybe large amount of money in their bank accounts to protect themselves against this type of fraud?
Just based on mine, if you're with HSBC, think about it and don't listen to me. Just go onto the internet, type in HSBC fraud, and you'll see the pages and pages. It's not me. It's all out there. I would say stick to the other large banks that have been around that have good protection. Lloyds, I know, has great protection. Chase Bank has great protection. So move to those established banks where you've already got a system. If anything happens, they will drop you a text to say, is this actually happening? None of that happened with HSBC. So just make sure your bank is actually every transaction they're contacting you.
Frank, before we finish up, would you mind just telling the audience who's listening to this and hopefully sharing the learning here, what you do and who you do it for?
Yes, so I'm a sales and technology speaker. I speak around the world, 70 countries, on how AI and LinkedIn fit into sales. At the moment, I'm doing, I suppose, about most of my work is in America and Asia, a little bit in the UK and Europe, but it's really educating audiences on sales, the new world of sales.
Frank, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Francis, and thanks for protecting me.
Always a pleasure. Okay.